This is the listings document, and we are on the task of quality checking listings. So what we need to do is we need to follow these checklists. We need to quality check templates, make sure that our templates had been filled out correctly, and then we need to quality check new listings, and I'm going to show how to do both of those for the reconcile listings. So the reconcile listings did not have their templates checked yet, which is why you need to check that as well. And so we'll start off by checking for the template to be correct. So we will start with the oldest listing first. So we have Donjella has one that has already been quality checked. The first step to checking old quality checked listings that have already been quality checked, is to make sure that everything up here was followed. And so it says that you have 21 pictures and you should have no more than 12 for this item. So now they have 12, so that's good. That was fixed. All part numbers go in the description, and this number you have typed an O, not a 0. And so it's retyped here with a 0. And let's check our description. There should be 3 part numbers and there should be no O's. Okay, 3 part numbers, no O's. It should always be a 0 in the part number. Okay. And then the description title should be passenger rear subframe bracket. That's because this is an R rear subframe bracket, so they messed up the title after they fixed their work. But let's see if the description works. No, it still says P-River instead of, I think they were trying to say driver or something. It should just say passenger. They added another passenger instead of the P. And then it's rear subframe bracket. So once again, they didn't do this right, so they need to remove this information. So we're going to clearly say remove this. So we're going to copy it. And we're going to add this down below. We're going to say remove this. I'm going to put it in quotations, and then I'm going to say where it's located. It's located in the description. Then you can scroll down if you need to see the other text. So now we're on. Now we've told them to correct this again. We want to check, did they remove all extra words and letters? Well, no, they did not remove this. So that was the same thing. Imperfections need to be written exactly as they are on the manila tag, unless it is a typo. In that case, you will spell it correctly. Okay, let's check the manila tag, see what that says. The manila tag says marks buildup. Let's see, our imperfections say buildup residue. I don't know where she's getting these words, but this is still incorrect. So I'm going to be more clear. I'm going to say replace residue with marks. I'm going to add a / in between each thing that needs to be fixed. In the description. Okay. And if it's something as simple as reading the manila tag and following the correct instructions for filling out the description, that may be something you bring to my attention. Maybe this person is not watching the video. Maybe there isn't a good video on how to fill out the imperfections. So something like this, I might say, hey, Erica, I don't think this person knows how to fill out the imperfections. Can you give them some more help? And then we'll move on. Let's see. So we checked the imperfections. We restated how to do that. You did not fill out the eBay categories. Okay, let's check eBay categories. They're down here. So this is a passenger subframe bracket. Okay. So we have a subframe is part of undercarriage, and you know that, well, actually, you don't know that. You can see over here, it says that exterior has undercarriage, and a subframe bracket is part of undercarriage, even though it doesn't say that here. So let's see if we can find subframes somewhere in this list. It's not even in there. Let's see if it's in here. Exterior pieces, bumper, hood, windshield components, abnormal piece of the frame. Okay, so it's not in here because the assumption is that you know that undercarriage subframes are undercarriage. There's different kinds of undercarriage, and a subframe is just one kind. So that's something that you'll just need to learn, that this person will need to learn. And so I'm going to say subframe is the same as undercarriage, therefore you should be using the exterior eBay category. Actually, this is for the store, but usually you can use the store categories to help fill out the eBay categories, which is why I said that. So I'm going to say okay, so I said the correct eBay category is exterior because the subframe bracket is a type of undercarriage. So if we went to exterior, let's also see if there's more that person might need to know to add. If we did exterior, and then we went to, let's see, we look through this list, I'm not really seeing anything great for undercarriage. Let's even see, maybe there is an undercarriage option and that's just for the store. I'm going back one more to see if there's an option here. Yeah, so I would say it's just exterior and then you can say other if that's an option. If not, pick the closest thing to what your subframe is. Maybe moldings and trim. Oh, there's other. Yeah, so I would prefer to put other. At least we've got that it's an exterior component. So that's what we're going to tell them. Exterior. I'm going to put a little triangle here to explain that this is the next folder. Exterior other. Okay, and they had exhaust. I'm just going to put it back the way that they had it. They had exhaust other. Okay. Now, the store categories probably also need to be fixed. Let's see, we've got your store categories are not correct. What should this be? Well, we just saw it should be exterior. Because of previous reasons, so I don't have to type it all out again. And then after that, it says, please see the categories in the listings document for undercarriage. Oh, so I even told them, and they still didn't do it right. So now we're clearly telling them this is what you need to do, because they couldn't just fix things by us telling them, hey, fix the title, fix the description, fix the imperfections. One more thing I noticed, or actually, sorry, the next step would be to go through our checks to make sure that we've caught everything, or the person who quality checked Dongella before checked everything. So we're going to go to our quality checks. There should be one tag picture. Now, because we're actually creating a listing, we're not going to make sure there's one tag picture, so we'll skip that. I'm actually going to cross this out. And then the title should match the tag and include model range. So what that looks like is, here's our tag, here's our template title from here to, and then from here to the 955, and then also including the mileage here. So let's make sure that this is correct. We've got an 05 Cayenne S, all-wheel drive, and then it should be a 955, and then this is the mileage. So 21625, 21625. Okay, so that's correct. Let's double check this 955 is correct. We're looking for an 05 Cayenne. More help. 05 Cayenne. An 05 Cayenne is a 955, so that is correct. So they've done that correctly. Our next step is to make sure the description has the correct VIN number, all three mileages are filled out, the color, and the type of car is following this format, and they've got their information in instead. So, going back to our listing, our title is correct there. Going to our description, we have a 2005 Porsche Cayenne S 955, automatic, Tiptronic. They don't need to spell out Tiptronic, it's fine. All-wheel drive, and they get that from Auto-Tipture right there. And then all-wheel drive, 4.5 liters DOHC V8. And then our VIN number, let's make sure we check this thoroughly. WP1, AB2, 9P3, 5LA6, 3527. Okay, now Dharma Beige Metallic. Metallic should be spelled out, and it is. Beige interior. Okay. And then our mileage, 21,625. Okay, let's check our other mileage. 21,625, 21,625 in the correct format. Another thing you want to do when you're going through here is making sure things are spelled right. Like this was supposed to say driver and it says priver. So that's something that you would be quality checking, is spelling. And if something needs to be abbreviated or if something should not be abbreviated, making sure you're checking that. The spacing is correct, things like that. We've got our part number, space, and then the actual part numbers, so that's correct. We've got plus signs and spaces between every part number, so that's good as well. Okay, so we're done checking our template part. Now we want to check the listing part. So we need to have 12 pictures and they need to be organized and correctly rotated. Okay, so we've got our 12 pictures. They need to be organized and correctly rotated. Well, the very first picture should be the best picture of the item, or it should be showing what the item is. So this is not correct. This is out of order. And so we need to tell them the first picture should be of the overall part. It should show what the part is. So I would say that number 3 should be number 1. And then we need to make sure that we've got all of our angles. So we've got, what is this angle? This is maybe a top view. This might be a front view. These are close-ups. Close-up, 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 close-up. Part number, part number, part number, tag. So actually we're missing a bunch of sides. So we only have a top and a front. And so we're going to say, because this is based on the listings over here, listing checklist, the picture listing checklist, and then the order of importance. So make sure that you have the front profile, the top, right, left, rear, bottom, extra angles, and then close-ups of part numbers, and the last picture should be of the tag. So that's our checklist. Those are our requirements, and then our order of importance is you need to have the very first picture. Well, you absolutely need to have a good front profile, which demonstrates what the item is. And then you need close-ups of all part numbers. That's a requirement, so that's good. And then the last picture should be of the tag. So we have all three of these requirements. That's good. Now we need a top profile, right, left, rear, bottom, before any kind of extra close-ups. So that's where Dongela has gone wrong here. She has added close-ups of damage, and she hasn't added all of her sides before that. So I would say that she's missing 4 sides, so let's call them, we have a top and a front, so we need a rear, a bottom, a left, and a right. You need to add rear, bottom, left, and right pictures or profiles. I'm just going to say this is based on the order of importance. So now she knows why that was wrong, or where to find it. Okay, so pictures need to be added differently, and then we have lots of part numbers. That's good. Let's see what our next step is. We had pictures are organized and correctly rotated. Well, I didn't check for rotation, so let me check. Make sure that none of these look weird the way that they are pictured. So yeah, all the numbers and letters are upright and the pictures don't look weird, so it looks fine. You need to include all special pictures. Well, this is a subframe, I don't care. And then see that your title is correct by searching the part number. Okay. Yeah, we can do this. So let's search the part number real quick. Or not, we can't do this, we do this. So here's our part number. That's the one that she is saying represents our item. And then when we look, we have subframe brackets and they look like our item here. So that is correct. Okay, so the next step. We have part numbers, so 4 doesn't apply. Make sure your title is not more than 40 characters. Okay. Oh, and actually, when we are checking the title with this step, that's when you're also going to look here at this tag and see if the title was completely correct. So normally when you fill out this title, you're actually going to say R rear subframe bracket, just like this. This is RR, it represents R rear, or passenger rear in the description only. You don't write passenger in the title. So we need to say that she needs to replace passenger in the title with R. Okay, and then we checked that that was the correct title, and then we were on to the next step, which was making sure that it's not over 40 characters. Quick way to check that. We have, oh geez. So that's not okay. We should not have 47 characters remaining. This title should be exactly this title. And so if it's not doing that, I'm going to copy this, where it has these brackets and it says product title, and then I'm going to copy it or paste it down here. Now it represents this title. Now it says it's 3 characters remaining, which is good. Okay, check description information. Make sure you have complete title, imperfections, and all part numbers and disclaimers. So we just checked the part numbers. We don't have to check that again based on when we were looking at this first quality check. And then also our imperfections were checked. Disclaimers, we shouldn't have any disclaimers. The title, we already quality checked that when we were going through this other quality check. So it looks good. Dongela can now fix all of these mistakes, and we'll save and exit so our notes save. And what we're going to do, since this has already been quality checked, since it's in just Dongela, not Dongela new, we're going to send this to Dongela quality check instead of Dongela quality check new.